Nerds International proudly presents
Epsilon City. The year is 2030X. The city is a backlit nightmare of flickering LCDs, spray paint, massive unemployment, and whacked out chrome heads. This bustling metroplex is riddled with addicts high on Second Life wetware, hackers plugging data cables into their cyberware, and runners disemboweling corporate security on rooftops. And between it all, a marketing company. Laser Wolf Marketing. A company where the CEOs party so hard their interns have to cover up their heinous and disgusting acts. These poor interns have become known as the Dirt Boys. This story is about them. Welcome, dear listener, to Dirt Boy Blues. Kazow! We are back. It's time for another Cyber Sprawl.
Popping off spells just before the intro, man.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. This isn't a fantasy game, is it?
No.
Right, so we're back with another episode of Dirt Boy Blues using the Cyber Sprawl Classics mod for DCC. It changes it into a cyberpunk future. We all knew it was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, but we just accelerated it, innit?
Oh, yeah.
Kazaa.
Yeah. The end is like, Kazaa! I don't know what that means.
Alright, so let's do some character introductions. Nick, who are you playing today?
Hello, my name is Nick, and I will be playing Dry Ice, and I am now a cracker. And that's not a racist term, that's...
It means cracking into security systems, hacking, yes. So that's Dry Ice. And what about you, James Clark?
My name's James Clark, and I'm playing Jason Steele McKenzie. My title's now Fix It.
Okay, so they're a console cowboy and a rigger. Alright, so let's get on with the game, shall we? So last session, the office of Laser Wolf Marketing was completely destroyed by a rogue AI. And as we left off the game, you saw Nathan Beckett heading in a taxi towards the centre of the city looking for a new office. And that's pretty much it, so let's get on with it. Ice and Steel. It's currently 9 AM, the day after Laser Wolf Marketing's office building burnt down at the hands of a rogue AI. A new digital assistant that was installed by your boss, Nathan Beckett. There were only 3 survivors, you two and Nathan. The rest were presumably crushed under the mighty weight of an 11-story building. Nonetheless, you are sadly not off the hook. Nathan claims he's going to start a new office with casinos and, as he says, more women. Right now, however, you lay in your separate apartments near the Barrens on the outskirts of the main city, while the noise of cars, cocaine dealers and fist fights can be heard outside. Neither of you would know you're sleeping like babies for the first time in ages. Being an intern is usually a terribly paid 24-hour job, but at the moment, things are good. Without an office from which to bug you, Nathan is doing something else for once. And then, in your apartment, Steele, the phone rings. Waking up, you see out the window that it's a bright morning in Epsilon City. The sign opposite your apartment offers 5 floors of ham. It flickers as light rain pierces through an otherwise pleasant morning. The phone continues to ring.
Hello?
Answering it, predictably, it's Nathan. You hear him say, "Steele, get your little boyfriend and head down to 198 Hyper Avenue in Leafside. I've got us a new office. It's bloody amazing. Will you shut up?"
What? I didn't say anything before you told me to shut up.
No, I was talking to someone else.
Alright.
Shut up, you little rat! You hear a gunshot through the telephone receiver. Hurry up, it's bloody brilliant.
Alright. Where was that place again?
198 Hyper Avenue.
What?
Don't ask me again or you get the same treatment as this idiot.
Oh, fucking prick. I'm gonna call...
I'm still here.
Oh, the fucking prick rat was in my gaff like yours then.
You're gonna get such a slapping.
Probably
Rely
See you soon, boss.
Hello?
Hello?
Just checking to see if you were going to say anything.
No.
Okay, bye. Then you hear it really hang up.
Alright, I'm going to call Ice.
You pick up the receiver again and call Dry Ice.
Hello.
What?
Oh, I thought this day would never come. Alright, mate.
Yeah, Nate's got a new building and wants us to go there.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Alright, where is it?
It's 198 Hyper Avenue.
Hyper Avenue.
Yeah.
What, on Leaf side?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a rat infestation, he's shooting them.
Oh.
And he sounds just as dickheadish as he always does as well.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, but I suppose he wants us to come to do all this, does he?
Yeah, like pretty much like right now.
Well, did he give you actual time?
Well, no, he said now.
I'm not in pyjamas on.
Well, get out your fucking jammies then.
Takes a bit of time. I need a coffee.
Oh, fucking hell.
I've had ringing in my ears ever since
Look.
explosion.
Look, right, I'll give you 3 minutes, I'll meet you out of the corner like we usually do.
Alright, I'll have turbo coffee.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
You make your turbo coffee and head down to the corner, and as you guys walk through the ever-bright, ever-stinking streets of Epsilon City and heads towards Leafside, the south side of the city, known by most people as the Skids. Passing through and heading to Hyper Avenue, you see queues of people waiting to get into bars and clubs. They look tired, their suits are untucked, and those with mohawks wear them limper than usual. They smoke and speak in a groggy, tired fashion as you pass by. Before long, however, you reach the office, and it's fairly easy to tell which building it is without even looking at it. Parked on the curb is a shiny Entrende Fortune. It's parked in a unique way, perpendicular to the curb facing the building, and its rear end sticking out onto the road. Under the windshield wipeoid is a mountain of parking tickets, and it looks like the wipeoid is about to snap off. And spilling out the back where the boot is wide open are dozens of shoes. Opposite the car, however, is a gigantic office building. Once again, it's black, has automatic front doors, and has a reception which you can see through the glass doors. There is, however, no one at reception, and curiously, a 4 rental sign is still stuck on the front of the imposing building.
Looks like the place.
Is this the new place, is it?
It's the new car as well, look at these shoes.
Look, he's got plenty of parking tickets on there. Maybe we should let him know they might tow it away.
How's he got that many parking tickets in such a small amount of time?
Well, I was going to ask about that. Look, have we been paid? Are we going to be getting paid for the time we've been forced to not be at work?
Well, I'd like to think we would be, but
Maybe you should mention it to him.
I don't think it should be me. It's always me that mentions it.
I know, but you have a very good way of saying things bluntly.
Yeah, but you're like a bit more delicate than me because you're like a proper like nerd. So maybe it might be better coming from you.
Alright, I'll finish my coffee and see what I can do. Shall we go in?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we weren't just going to stand here and just call him up. I mean, what?
Nathan?
Yeah. Oi,
Nathan?
oi, come down here. We weren't going to do that now, were we?
Well, we've done it now.
Suddenly, leaning out the window, you see Nathan Breckett waving a gun, and he goes, "What are you doing out there? Come up, you idiots!"
Oh, we're just expecting the front avenue of the building, sir.
"Well, I didn't ask you to do that. Just come up. We've got a situation on our hands."
All right, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Come in, sir.
Is there a lift or we got to walk
Of course,
upstairs?
there's a lift, you bloody mong.
Alright, see you in a
Do you
minute.
think I'd get a lift for this building? And then you see him go inside.
Cool. Yeah, I've got to go in.
Yeah.
Is there anyone? There's no one on front desk then, I take it?
No, there isn't. Entering inside, as you stand in the cold reception, the sound of air conditioning is the only thing that populates the wide marble room. Aside from a desk, of course, which can be seen on the other side of the room, next to the elevator.
I miss Marjorie.
Yeah, me too. Right.
What floor's he on then? What we got? Just guess. It'd be top floor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
How many buttons?
I'm going to see how many buttons there are on the lift.
Entering the elevator, you see that it's fairly standard for this calibre of office. Carpeted floor, blue LED lit buttons for each floor. There is one slight difference, however. On the button for the floor 13, someone's written in permanent marker the words Nathan's floor, followed by no girls allowed.
That'd be the one then.
That's it, yeah.
Girls is misspelled also.
I'm going to press that one.
You press it and the lift starts to go up, and arriving at floor 13, you can see it's the usual type of office. Cubicles, coffee-like beverage machines, nutrient-rich sludge dispensers on the ceiling, but of course atop the desks are no computers, and nobody is sat in the chairs. It's empty. Cutting through the silence, however, you can hear sobbing. It appears to be coming from a side office just a few metres away.
What the fuck's that noise?
Well, it sounds like someone crying.
Hello?
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 Who's that?
It's me, it's Tom Fritchman.
Tom Fretchman?
You gotta help me.
Why?
I've been captured by a maniac.
Who? What's Maniac look like?
Come over here, come to this office.
We're a bit busy, we've got to see the boss.
Got to check in with the boss first.
Yeah, sorry.
So...
We're not going nowhere, are you?
He's gonna leave. Well, it's a fair point, but I'm gonna die.
Why?
He shot me in the bloody foot.
In the foot.
I've got blood in me sock.
Look, I don't know if that's a lethal wound. I mean, I'm no doctor.
I am. Just get a bottle of Man Up, and we'll see you in a bit.
Oh, God. Where Nathan? Oh, you're behind the door.
He is.
Is he in his office?
You can see that the office from where the crying was happening has writing on it also saying Nathan's office.
Oh, wait. Looks like it's the same office as the crying Tom.
Right, okay.
And walking over, you see that the door is slightly ajar and that the glass panels on the wooden floor are stained with flecks of blood.
Hello? I'm going to push the door out and be like, hello?
As you push the door open, you see a besuited man next to a large desk and a chair, tied to the chair with ductoid tape over his wrists. His face is awash with tears, his black suit stained with blood, and his dark hair was probably once sharply done, but is now a wild nest atop his head. As you enter, he begins to shimmy his chair back in a panicked state, staring at you with crying, bulbous eyes. And you can see, obviously, that his foot has been shot. Blood leaks from his mangled shoe, leaving a thick streak of red on the linoleum floor. No!
No what?
Don't hurt me!
We're not going to hurt you.
That other bloke, he said he was going to bugger me to death.
Was he big and round by any chance?
I'll have you know it's a claim to the problem.
And you see that he's standing behind you.
Oh!
Alright, boss.
Hello, boss.
Big and round, is it?
Well, you know, I mean round-hearted to you, because you're a bubbly soul.
Give me a personality roll.
14?
Yes, that's quite true. I do have a big fat heart. A lot of love to give.
I don't doubt it. Well, nice new office.
What do you need, sir?
Pretty good, isn't it? Well, this office is supposed to cost 850,000 wulongs, and this idiot was trying to charge me full price. Wouldn't negotiate. He's an estate agent.
Well, I was, but I'm going to die.
Shut up!
And you see him slap Tom Fritchman in the face.
He was an estate agent.
So I figured, well, he's got the keys, so we just kill him, knock him off.
Usually, it's just kind of, not to sort of overstate the mark there, boss, but usually don't estate agents, work for a company?
You see Nathan wipe his face with a cloth and holds a revolvoid in his other hand. His shirt is completely unbuttoned, revealing his flabulous, sweaty body with thick globs of blood staining his shirt, trousers and chest hair. And he goes,
Look, of course he works for a bloody company. But not for long if I get to shoot him in the head.
and you see him pull the gun up and point it to the guy's head, and Tom goes, No, please!
Wait.
Boss, look.
Look, then we get a free office.
No,
It doesn't,
Free office.
don't think it works like that.
I mean, I've got nothing against ending estate agents' lives prematurely. They are pretty shits, isn't they? No offence.
Right, exactly.
But what my colleague's trying to say is that executing him might not be the answer to our problem. We might have to go and the people that own the building might come.
Right, let me ask you a question.
What?
Were you always such an insufferable bore? This is way more fun than paying all that money. You just shoot him in the head, roll him up in a carpet and throw him out the window.
Look, if you're going to shoot him, you need to shoot the rest of the company as well, and that's a bit of a task, so...
Right, understood. Why don't we get started then?
Don't suggest
And you see him shoot
doing
the guy in the head.
Oh, fuck!
Okay, it's happening then.
There you go.
Right.
Problem solved. Right, I'm gonna have a coffee.
And you see him leave the room.
Well, I suppose Crying Tom is no more.
Well,
What estate agent does he work for? Right, let's check him.
Can I search his pockets?
Yeah.
Try and find a name badge or something.
Yeah, you can see that the estate agents is called Leaders.
Oh, right, there's these cunts.
I've heard terrible things
They're
about
shit.
these bastards.
Oh, no, they won't have a clue what happened. I think he's going to go lightly here. I mean, I don't really condone the shooting, but can't really go back on that now.
But see, I was making joke about, ending estate agents' lives because they being shits and all, but I didn't think he'd actually do it.
You know, if the police ever found out, I think you could be done for enticement, so you best keep that under wraps.
What, so I'm like a murderer now, am I?
Yeah, well, you sort of accessory. Actually, so am I. I didn't see this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good.
Then you see Nathan come back into the office and he's got a cup of coffee in one hand, his gun in the other, and he goes,
Right then. So the business of the day. What do we do with this body? Should we chuck it in the nutrient-rich sludge machine? Be a nice little treat for you guys.
No,
No, we need some plausible deniability, boss.
yeah. Have you got any acid?
What the hell is plausible deniability?
It means that you can say that you don't know nothing about it, and then they think it's the truth.
and then you see him declare just to an empty office.
I know nothing about this.
That's right, keep doing
Done.
that. No, okay. Doesn't stop the fact that there's still corpse in chair.
Your conversation is interrupted. You hear the sound of a doorbell ring through the office speakers.
Fuck. That's the intercom.
Nathan waves his gun vaguely in the direction towards a buttoned panel on the wall.
Well, answer it, you layabout scum.
Mac, you do that.
Hello?
Hi, this is Raymond Ponpon from Capcom. I have an appointment with Laser Wolf Marketing.
All right, just hold on a minute. Sir, you
Yes?
got a meeting already?
Yes, it appears that I have double booked myself. Killing at 9. Meeting with Capcom at 10. Big whoops. Right, we gotta get rid of this body really quick. Take your hand off the button. Right, we gotta get rid of this body really quickly because this guy needs to believe that we are utmost professionals.
All right, yeah. How about if we just put a desk on him?
Good idea.
No.
Yeah, come on, look, we can't move it. There's blood everywhere.
Wheel him. We can wheel him.
Yeah, but what about the blood? Oh, yeah, put the desk on the blood. Right,
Yeah.
I'll wheel him out.
Sweet, but put him in broom cupboard. Is there broom cupboard round here, boss?
Is there broom cupboard?
I don't know what a broom is, but there's many cupboards. Just chuck him in one of them.
I'll go quickly. Look, you get him moving.
I'm rolling.
I'll
I'm
go
rolling
back.
him. You look. Oh, wait a second. Let's answer this. Yeah, please come up. If you go in the lift, you have to press 5, 10, and then 13 to get up.
Ask if he's a girl.
Are you a girl?
No.
All right, good. So you have to press 5, and then 10, and then 13, and then you'll make it to the top.
Special code.
It's otherwise it won't work. All right.
Well, alright then. Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Right, that's bought us a bit of time. Good work. Right, I'm gonna go look for broom cupboard.
Quick, phone.
Or
Fucking
body
hurry up.
disposal cupboard or whatever.
Alright, give me a perception roll, please, Dry Ice, to find a body disposal cupboard.
12.
You run out into the main part of the office and open the first cupboard you see. And as soon as you open it, a bunch of shoes pour out. The shoes that fall out are a mixture of female, male, large and small. And they tumble onto the floor of the office.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've really got to ask him about this shoe thing.
No, I don't think we should.
No. I need to know though, it's driving me insane. What's with the shoes?
Alright, I'll tell you, but we've only got a short amount of time.
No, don't tell us now, then,
Just
sir.
later.
Alright then.
Right, have you found a fucking cupboard yet?
No, the shoes in this one. Let me look for another one.
Can I open the next cupboard I see?
You open the next cupboard you see, and a bunch of vials containing blue liquid just spill out onto the carpet as well.
Oh, the drug cupboard. Scoop them back in, quick.
How is there a drug cupboard here already when office has only been operational for about 14 minutes?
Well, I have my ways, Ice.
Yeah, you definitely do. Right, Ice. Take the dead. I'll scoop this shit back in.
Okay.
Give me an agility roll to scoop the drugs back into the cupboard.
I got 5.
Oh, shit.
There's absolutely loads of them, and as you try to scoop them in, you have trouble getting them into a discernible pile.
Can I try and lift up the carpet tiles in such a way that it lifts up like a door to scoop it into the door, if you know what I mean?
Give me an agility roll again.
16.
Yeah, tearing up one of the carpet tiles, you just sort of mash all of the stuff into the cupboard, then quickly close the door. And then Dry Ice, you're going to move the body.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that carrot going down the corridor and try the next door I see.
You find another cupboard and open it, and this time you can see that it is in fact empty.
Oh, jackpot. Right, in you go, Jonathan.
Give me a strength roll.
18.
Yeah, you pick up the guy's body. It's considerably lighter, considering it's missing most of the blood, and you hoik it into the cupboard. But unfortunately, a big long streak of blood has gone through the office.
Ooh.
Oh, look what you've done now.
I've got Jonathan's blood everywhere. It was Jonathan, wasn't it?
I don't know, Fritchman or
Tomothan.
Right.
Jonathan, that was it.
Look, he's left a long trail like an injured snail.
Oh, fuck.
Right. Is anyone got a mop?
Well, did you see anything in the broom cupboard?
Oh, good point.
I open the door again and have another look.
You open the door of the broom cupboard and a few more shoes spill out. And he's like,
No.
Idiots, that's not going to clean up the blood.
Have you hired a cleaner yet?
Have I hired a cleaner? Come on, Ice.
No, I know.
Of course not.
Oh,
That's
God.
your job. That's what you were supposed to be doing.
I'm gonna pop to the toilet and get some log roll.
You run across the office into a sign marked with a unisex toilet symbol.
Yeah.
And as you get inside, you can see that there is some bog roll, but there is a fetid smell of shite.
Oh, God. Oh, I love being back at work, me. Oh, right, let's get some of this.
Right, give me an agility roll to get as much as you can out.
14.
It's very, very quick indeed, and you get a big wodge of the stuff.
Got it. Right, here we go. Let's go.
Alright, I'm going to leg it back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, you run back out into the office, and you've got this loo roll in your hand. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to put little bits over it, let it soak in, and then try and, hopefully, soak most of it up.
Give me an intelligence roll to do it well.
Okay. Oh, 17.
It's not bad at all, and you see that these things almost instantly turn red and turn to mush on the floor, but
Fine.
some of it is being soaked up.
Okay.
Whilst he's doing that, can I put a table or desk over the main blood spillage in the office?
Yeah, you pick up a desk, move it into the main office, and it's now sitting sort of on top of the blood with the flat side facing the door.
Yeah.
But there are now two desks completely next to each other in Nathan's office.
Fine.
And he looks at you and goes, "Brilliant."
Yes.
Can I look for a garbage bag of some description?
Yeah,
And,
there's a few bins underneath the desks and that.
I'm going to
so-
pinch one, and then I'm going to.
They're not the mesh ones, are they?
No, yeah, it's not a mesh one.
No,
is
no,
it?
no, no.
I'm going to pick up a waste paper bin, and I'm going to start putting waste blood paper into it.
I'm going to help him.
You hear the elevator ding.
Shit.
It's about to open quick.
Okay, I'm going as quick as I can.
Oh, yeah, I'll help.
Both of you give me an agility roll.
I got 5.
An unnatural 20.
Dry ice, you start trying to scoop it up, and all it's doing is getting blood on your hands. And then Mackenzie comes in and just does a big sweeping arm motion with his arm and scoops it all up, putting it
Nice.
into the bin.
Thanks, mate.
The carpet still is a little bit stained, but it looks a little bit better than it did.
I'll just say it's chocolate.
Suddenly the doors open, and as they're opening, and Nathan Breckett says to you, he goes,
Right, stand up straight.
Okay. Hands behind your back. Nice.
Oh, yeah, I've got bloody hands. Right, okay.
and then you see a bloke come out of the elevator. He's gangly. He's got a slightly unshaven sort of beard on his face. His hair's quite long and matted. He has these round glasses and a kind of ill-fitting suit on. And he goes, "Hello."
Nice to meet you, Capcom.
Good
Sorry,
afternoon.
my name's not Capcom. It's Raymond Pompon.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning, Raymond. Capcom Pom Pom.
Nice to meet you. Well, basically, thanks you very much for inviting me in. And you see him take a step into the office, and Nathan starts to speak, and he goes,
Yes, boys, we've agreed to do a deal with this wonderful nerd. He's got a brand new video game system.
Oh.
Now, I know bugger all about this kind of thing because I've actually had sex with a lady before, but he's here to demonstrate the, what did you call it, the virtual something?
Virtual reality game system, or VRGS. You see Pom Pom pull some cue cards from his pocket as he pushes his glasses up his nose with his other hand. You've seen all the VR dramas and VR adult entertainment, or perhaps you've played VR video games like Cupcake Town or Super Ontario Brothers. These things will be seen as mere fossils when you try out the Capcom Ultra VRGS. A machine with graphics so good, the experience is so real, you won't be able to tell the difference between reality and virtual reality. Become a noble knight slaying goblins, or a spacefaring astronaut.
All right, shut up, nerd.
Oh,
Wow, you got well excited during
what was
that,
that
didn't
about,
you?
Goblin?
I am impressed.
Can I be a knight? Can I be a knight?
So impressed.
Computer. I
Well,
wanna
yes,
play it.
yes, you
I
can
play
be, and contained within this briefcase, and you see him tap a very large metallic briefcase, is all that you'll need to become a noble knight or a...
Oh my god, will you shut up? You're so insufferable, but we would love to market your new system. How are you today? Would you like a coffee?
No, sorry, I can't drink coffee.
What is it?
I've got migraines.
All right. Do you need someone to test out the game?
Well, that's exactly it. You two are going to be guinea pigs. No, not guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are too adorable. Foul, muck-eating sows.
Don't we get to play the game?
You do, yes. You're going to be testing it out today.
hell.
All right. Calm down.
Did you just have a brain aneurysm or something?
Oh no, I think of that.
No, that was my migraines.
Oh,
Oh,
No,
sorry,
it's-
you're talking to him.
I just got excited. I like computer games, me.
I too like them, and the Vrgs will make it more possible than ever to be in a world that is indistinguishable.
You're out there.
Indistinguishable. Sorry, I suffer from. I got a lot of sputum.
that's fucking gross. Isn't there a better word instead of vergs?
No, you see, it's an anagram.
And an anagram?
No, yes, an anagram. A virtual reality game system. Vrgs. The Capcom, the Capcom Ultra Vrgs.
Right, you're an idiot. Okay, both of you sit in a chair. We've got to fit the haptic suit in there. What was the other thing you called it?
A headset.
A headset, yes.
What? Haptic suit?
Yes.
No, the haptic suit will provide feedback to anything you do in the game, so the experiences will feel even more real. If you were to get punched by a goblin in the ghoulies, then it would feel as if the goblin has punched thee in the ghoulies.
Oh, wait a minute, I've got to put like stuff on my wang and that. And sort of like around my body.
There is a codpiece part, yes. And then you put on a kind of catsuit-like suit. You will look, but very futuristic.
Right, so what's the point in this game then? What you can do in it?
Well, you'll see when you play it. You can become a noble knight or an astro...
Will you shut up saying that? It's so annoying. Right, just sit in the chairs, you buggering idiots.
On it. Where's me? Okay, I'm in it. I'm ready.
You guys sit into the chairs and
it.
you have these haptic suits fed onto your legs and your torso and your crotchal region, and then he puts kind of a headset onto both of you, and dry ice, it sort of mashes your glasses against your face.
Oh, ow.
Right, bye.
Bye!
Hello?
And then your vision turns from blackness to a badly rendered polygonal world. Realistic is certainly not the word anyone would use for it. You see green rolling hills, but they're sharp and angular. Same goes for the townships in the distance. There's also a castle in the distance, again, very badly realised. It's black, has a dark mist swirling around it, and from this distance, you can make out bats flapping around the parapets, or at least they're supposed to be bats, they're just black pixels. Ice. Looking down, you see that you're equipped with a set of armour. It has no lighting effects, however, and is simply a flat grey texture. In your right hand is a sword. As you twist and turn it, you can see that it's made from a single flat polygon, and when you look at it dead on sideways, it just looks like nothing's there. Steel. You appear to be green-skinned, wielding a bow, and wearing a poor representation of leather armour, your torso covered in a muddy texture. At the corner of your vision, you can see text that says 30 times arrows.
What the fuck is this shit?
As you stand on this green grass imitation plain looking up at the dark castle, you hear a voice. Greetings, weary travellers! Turning round, you see a man. Well, kind of. He has what appears to be goat legs, a pointy polygon for a face, and a pair of white horns atop his head. I am Tuffinigus Raligax Toriel, but my friends just call me Tutorial. I will be your guide on your quest. This sacred land has been taken over by the skeleton wizard of the Doom Realm, but he goes by the evil name of Eladar Vincent Ville, but we just call him Evil. Let's go, team! You see Tutorial slide across the ground and towards the hill on which the Dark Castle stands. His running animation clearly hasn't been programmed in yet.
Ice, is that you?
What?
That grey blob in front of me, is that you?
Yeah, look, I'm holding a... Hold on. I'm holding a sword. See it now?
No.
What about now?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
Fucking shit, what's this? I've got this thing I can't not look at. It's just 30x arrows.
Those are your ammo!
Fuck!
You can see him shouting from a hill over yonder.
Those are your arrows, friend.
How is he so loud and he's that far away?
This is a poorly rendered nightmare.
Is this like the games you play? Is this
No.
what you fucking play?
No, this is horrendous. I could do better. This would be eyes closed. We should tell the boss.
Friends, evil awaits. Come.
No, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Friends, evil awaits.
Oh, right.
Come.
Right, this is gonna get...
Friends,
Is it
evil
alright?
awaits.
How the fuck do you move in this shit?
I think you just got to move your arms and that's it.
You guys move your arms, and your feet just slide across the floor towards tutorial. And as you follow him through what is supposed to be a field, you see gusts of grey smoke suddenly poof in front of you, and then 3 small green men wielding daggers appear in front of you.
This is what we call a random battle. Sometimes, while out exploring the vast lands of Farandalil, you must fight wandering monsters. Let's see if you can do it. Roll initiative.
And then you see a number appear at the bottom of your screen. Ice, you are up first. You can see the green men dancing around in front of you, badly animated and going
I'd like to hit with my broadsword.
Right, give me an attack roll.
12?
So you swing your right controller and it swings into one of the goblins. Give me damage roll.
Yeah. 3.
You hit into the goblin and you see it just explode into a mass of pixels, and you hear this terrible sound as it gets killed.
I've done it. Have that.
But there are still 2 more to fight, friends. I believe it's your turn next.
Alright, state the bloody obvious.
And Steel, it's your turn.
How do I do this in a bow and arrow? If I put these hands together, put on this string, let go. What's that done? Has it worked?
Give me a ranged attack roll.
I've not heard the sound yet.
18.
Oh, now I hear it.
That's gonna hit, roll damage.
6.
You slay another goblin. Your arrow flies through the air extremely slowly, hitting into the goblin that just stands there waiting for the attack. It explodes into pixels once again.
Oh my, there is but 1 more. Here he comes.
And it goes for Dry Ice, swinging at you with this really shitly rendered dagger. Dry Ice, you take 1 damage, and you feel sort of a rumbling in your chest in real life as this thing hits you and the haptic suit starts to do its thing.
Oh dear, you have taken damage. Once your hit points reach 0, you will be but killed. Slain.
In the game, though, obviously.
Of course.
Good.
Quickly, to action. To arms, gentlemen.
Okay,
Ice, it's your turn.
just calm down. I've got it. I've got it.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
I'm going to try and hit it with my sword again. 6.
Right, take this.
With a 6, you swing through the air. You haven't quite mastered the controls of this game yet, and it just makes a sort of poor imitation of a whooshing sound as it flies through the air.
That is called a miss.
Alright. Take
Captain
it out
Obvious.
after.
I fucking will, yeah. Do you mind just go shoot him now?
You can shoot him with the bow, yeah? Shoot him tutorial.
I'm going to shoot tutorial with the bow. That was a 4.
As the arrow goes to hit him, it simply stops in midair, then disappears, and he goes,
Killing NPCs is not allowed. Yet.
Well, that's a shame, innit?
Alright, next is going to be the goblin's turn. He gets a natural 1. You can see the goblin starts to glitch out and sort of go in all directions, and then he flops to the floor and his limbs spaz wildly around. You then see,
going on with him?
I think he broke himself.
and then you see a dialogue box appear in front of your eyes, and it says "Report error," and it has yes or no written next to it.
No.
No?
Fuck
You
off.
should really give programmers feedback.
Yeah, but this is shit program, innit?
That's why I got to tell them to report it.
But we might as well report the whole fucking game. How can we do
It's
that?
been right shite. Alright, fuck it, no.
You hold your hand up and press the no button. The dialogue box disappears, and then you can see the goblin spazzing about on the floor. The combat is effectively over.
Can you just slice him, please?
I can't, he won't sit still. Come here.
It's making this horrible sound as the thing crashes and collides with the scenery. It's just going mental.
Tutorial, we got a bit of a problem down here. What do we do in this situation?
I see no problem. But the combat is over. We must go and slay the dark skeleton of the Doom Realm in his castle.
And he points over yonder and starts to slide towards the castle.
So I think we better just leave this mess here then.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that weird ump motion?
I don't know. Looks like he's having sex with the with the brown patch?
We looked like it, but then he just passed straight through rock.
Is that a rock? Is that what that is?
I don't know, I think so. Right, I'm going to try and move again. There we go.
Move the arms.
You guys start flailing your arms, and then your feet slide towards the castle, which you can now see is probably supposed to be a giant goat skull entrance type castle. And tutorial goes, ahead there will be a boss monster. These are very deadly, and skeletons of the Doom Realm are known to have many wickedness spells. Be careful, young adventurers, for ye shall die if ye are not careful. Suddenly you notice a glitch happen where he starts to say the same thing over and over again.
You're right, tutorial.
I am absolutely...
What are we up against? Give us the dosh.
It's the skeleton of the... There's a strange whirl of colours in front of your eyes. The virtual world you inhabit is suddenly pulled away. You become aware of Raymond Pompon taking your headset off Ice, and Nathan tearing yours off Steel with his fat, meaty fingers. There is a palpable feeling of relief as the device is lifted off, leaving a sweaty ring round your eyes. But this relief only lasts for a second as you see Nathan and Tom dive onto the floor. A police helicopter is circling around the building and begins to fire a minigun at it, chewing through the brick and glass like butter. Both give me a reflex save.
Critical success.
Oh, critical failure.
Still, you jump to the floor as you see machine gun fire tearing through the building, bits of glass being smashed, nutrient-rich sludge spilling out onto the floor, and then Ice. You are absolutely hailed by gunfire. You take 6 damages as they tear into your arms and legs.
I should have said get down. You see, Raymond, these guys don't listen, don't do anything unless I order them to.
I've been shot.
I can see that! We're in big fucking trouble!
Help!
What has happened?
Mummy, help!
Shut up, what's happened?
Okay, I think the police have finally tracked you down after all that with the burnings and the killings you did.
Us? Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, we're all in big trouble, boys. Crawl, damn it! Crawl!
Oh, God.
Ice, you right?
Not really, no. I've been peppered. I've been peppered with bullets.
Yes, well, who hasn't?
Okay, I'm
Well, me, that's who.
I haven't either.
Crawl towards the bloody elevators.
You can hear the machine gun of the helicopter start to whirl up again.
Quick!
Oh, quick, go.
Both give me an agility roll.
I want to divert to the drug cupboard.
14.
Critical success.
Nice.
Ice, you crawl over to the elevator as the building is getting torn up by bullets, and you manage to avoid fire. It hits into desks right next to you, into walls, pillars, all sorts of things, and you can see crumbling buildings sort of falling all around you. But you, Raymond Pompon, and Nathan manage to get to the elevator, and you climb inside. While still, you're taking a diversion, and you, with your crit, you do manage to avoid all gunfire. The same situation happening to you with all the desks and things exploding. But you get to the drug cupboard and open it, and a bunch of vials of blue liquid fall all over you.
Right, sweet.
I'm going to pick up 3 of them, slip them in my top pocket, and then dart for the lift.
Give me an agility roll.
9.
With a 9, you see bullet fire coming straight towards you, tearing up the carpet and the linoleum. Give me a reflex save.
18.
You take no damage as you just roll to the side, and you see that the floor next to you is chewed up. And then the gunfire stops briefly. You make it to the elevator, and you're now in there with Raymond, Nathan, and Ice.
Well, where were you doing?
Took your bloody time.
Do you not see we've got a situation on our hands?
I'll just get some supplies, isn't it?
I'm losing blood over here. All you're thinking about is running off.
No, here you go, look. Pump yourself on one of these.
What?
One of these.
What is it?
I'll give him a blue vial.
Where? What is it?
You know, it's what, it'll sort you out. It'll sort you out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll
Make you feel
look
better.
at Nathan.
It's blue smack.
Blue smack it is then.
You drink it down, and you're going to gain a temporary boost to any will saves and any mind-based stats, but +2.
Give me one of those, man.
Yeah, go on.
You hand him over the bottle, and he drinks it, chugs it down, and he's like,
I feel more alive. Right. I know that it's very comfortable down here on the floor, but would somebody mind getting up and pressing the button to go down to ground?
I'll do it. I don't mind at all.
and Ice, you jump up, push the button, and you see the doors close just as machine gun fire is about to pelt onto the door. getting down and into the reception, you're now in this cold marble room once again.
Right, I really did not sign up for this. Look, you should have told me. You should have expressed that you were criminals beforehand.
No, we're not. You're not.
We're a marketing company, idiot.
Yeah, it's a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding. Stop being such a little baby about everything. And by the way, your game's crap.
Your
What?
game's a heap of shit.
The game is realistic in every way.
No, it's not. No, definitely not.
My legs didn't even move.
When I turned my sword sideways, it disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, leg movement is hard to program.
And I hate tutorial. He's an ass.
He can't even kill him, fucking
That was,
pecking
that
ass.
was my prized character. I love...
You love him.
in a way. Look, I know it's good to fiddle with each other's dicks, but maybe we should try and get out of here before we're destroyed.
Good idea. Where's
Another
your-
bloody office building to the scrap. I can't believe it.
Have you got any more cars out, apart from one outside, boss?
Just that one. At the moment, my others are at my large home, much larger than yours.
Can I see if I can have a look out the window to see if the car's still there?
You can see that the car is in fact still there. You can see that it's raining outside, and in some of the rain, like just in your periphery as you sort of glance out the window at the car, you can see that the rain starts to flash red and blue, and you can hear sirens coming towards the
Right,
office.
let's go. Should we go for the car? I reckon. Yeah, is there a back alley?
You can see that there's a door leading out to a back alley, certainly.
Right, let's take the back exit because the car's too obvious.
Good idea. That's true. Why'd you park it out the front like that, boss?
I was in a hurry.
Right.
Had to shoot an estate agent. Jesus Christ. Do you know nothing about business? Right, to the alley.
Let's
And
go.
you see him taking off. He's trying to run, but he just looks like a big lumbering walrus in a
Come
suit.
on. Pump, and you, Pump. You've seen too much. Come on.
Oh, God. Wrapped up in crime.
No. You're wrapped up in a misunderstanding.
And the chances are you won't be wrapped up in it for much
There's a very
longer.
deadly misunderstanding.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Once you get out there, you can see some foxes rifling through bins,
Shoot.
and they run off.
Right, now what? There's no car out here. What are we going to do? Get in the wheelie bin and...
Well, you took the idea straight out of my head. Everyone get in wheelie bin, apart from the person who's not wanted. Pum. I'm looking at you. You wheel us out of here. All
There's
right.
no way I could push a wheelie bin holding him.
And you see him point his finger up to Nathan Brecken. He's like,
What? It's glandular.
You better check and try.
"Give me a personality roll, please, Ice."
20.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Right, I'll pop my head out a little top bit at the front and tell you what way to go. You push as hard as you can, and you two, boss and Mac, you just duck down and be round the ready.
Alright. Boss, do you need hand getting up because I'm in here?
No, yes, help him get in.
No, I can do it fine.
Alright.
You see him starting to climb, and his big fat legs sort of slipping all around the side of the big fucking dumpster.
Fuck, hurry up.
I don't want to push him, but I will.
I'm going to push his giant arse.
Right, yeah, give me a strength roll, both of you.
12. 6.
It's really not enough, and you see him slop and drop down back onto the floor, and he's like,
Hey, Cat Pom.
Help us.
What?
Come on, we gotta get boss
Give his
in.
hand.
Otherwise
Come
you
on.
won't get paid.
Yeah.
and you see him trying to help. His weak arms barely doing anything.
17.
Okay.
10.
With a 17 and a 10, you guys do manage to just give it that final shove, and Nathan goes flipping head first into the dumpster.
You right there, boss?
Well, fine. I think I took a mouthful of trash on the way in.
How's it taste?
Pretty good, actually. Chicken, I think.
Alright, lovely.
Right, we're in. Step aside, boss. We're coming in. Hey.
And you guys hop into the dumpster next to him, and he's like,
Chicken?
No thanks.
All right. Raymond, get pushing.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to the front of the bin, try and lift the lid up a tiny bit just so I can see through and like see where we're going.
great idea. And yeah, Raymond, he starts to try to push the thing. He is woefully unsuccessful. You looking out of this tiny crack in the dumpster lid, and he's like,
What a noise.
I'm trying to push the thing. It's so hard.
If you undo the brakes on the wheels, that might help.
oh, silly me. Well, you hear something unlock below, and then the bin starts to move.
Hey.
You now, he pushes you around the building and onto the streets, trying to get away. And once you're on the streets, Ice, as you look out and around the bin, you can see Nathan Brickett's car, obviously, and you can see that the rain is still flashing blue and red. Turning your gaze to your right, you see on the road between all the skyscrapers are slick AD police speed cars. They're rocketing towards you, sirens on. It's a matter of seconds before they get to you.
Speed up, speed up, speed up.
And turn somewhere.
Alright, well, you're putting all your faith into me.
Yeah, bloody view.
He got a 3, and he starts to push you even slower. Do you think
Alright,
this looks any at all suspicious?
No, just put bin against wall and jump in.
Okay. And you see him,
Pull him in.
and he pushes it to the side, then quickly jumps in. He's like, okay, do you think we're safe?
No.
I'll say we got chicken. Oh, tastes a bit funny.
Look, everybody just be quiet, okay? We got half the police department.
Shut up. And you hear the sirens get closer and then suddenly stop. From outside, you can hear the sound of footsteps sort of heading towards the office building. And then an automatic door opening.
Alright, let's have a quick peep.
I'll do it ever so slightly, okay?
You open the top of the bin ever so slightly, and you can see 2 AD police armoured to the teeth, sort of milling around the reception area. They do not see you as you have a quick peek at them.
Look, how did they know that we were there so quick? I mean, no one knocked on my door or nothing when I've been had a bit. Oh, that reminds me, possibly getting some holiday pay.
Some what?
Holiday pay for the time off.
I honestly don't know what you mean. What?
Forget it. It's fine. Look, why have they come to the new office?
Well, I don't know how they find us. They're investigators, you know.
Did you change the name of company?
No, it didn't.
No, I did not.
All right.
I also did a fair bit of boasting about your antics when I was out the other night. Maybe that has something to do with it, but I'm fairly certain it doesn't.
Okay.
This guy was all up in my face in a bar, and I said to him, "Did you know I had Gary Busey killed by Dry Ice and Steel Mackenzie? So you bloody well watch out, or I'll have you killed in the same manner."
You use our real names?
Yes.
Well,
I thought they were code names.
no.
Don't bugger me. Looks like we're in a big situation. Look, I wrote, somebody jumps out of the bloody thing and gets the car, and we speed away while they're not in their car.
Okay.
Nice and easy. Raymond, I nominate you. No. Right, well, Steele,
You...
jump out, get in the car,
What, and then drive off on my own?
then we'll get in. And then you drive away.
Oh, I've got a good idea.
Start it up, I've got my keys, I think.
What about if we somehow attach bin to back of car? And then that way we can speed away.
Has anyone got any rope?
Is there any rope in this?
Let's have a look.
Alright, give me a intelligence roll to dig around, try and find some sort of rope in there.
I've got a 12.
You do find a sort of length of what appears to be a power cable for something, but it's not attached to anything.
Right, so look. I'll tie one end of wire to handle on bin. Right, you sneak in car.
Yeah, and
tie
then
over it.
I'll tie it onto the car,
Put foot down.
and then I'll fucking
We're gone.
get on like shit off a shovel, yes.
And then they'll all be in there sniffing around in new office, which is probably now old office, boss.
Well, no, we'll get traced.
Will we?
Yeah, but do you forget the old fucking tanks outside, the 2 blokes?
Oh, yeah. All right, well, you better drive good. You good at driving?
I'm alright.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's fine. Let's see then, shall we?
Alright, so, both of you give me agility rolls to sneak around and tie the bin to the car.
3.
18.
Both of you jump out of the bin and head towards the car, and although Mackenzie, you're quiet as a mouse, Dry Ice, you slip on some Epsilon City sludge on the floor, and as you're tying it on, you just fall into the muck, and then you see the 2 police turn round in the Laser Wolf's new building, and they are holding riot shotguns. One of them just goes, "Stop right there!" and they start running towards you.
Go, quick!
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Give me an agility roll.
Ah, sweet. 17.
So you run round, get into the driver's side of the car, and then you smash Nathan's keys into the ignition and turn it on. The engine comes up with a large hum. Ice, what are you going to do?
I am going to just double check the knot and then leap back into the bin.
Give me a agility roll to see if you can do it quick.
It's a 15.
You check the knot, it's tight, and then you leap back into the bin.
Whee! Right, let's go.
Right, I'm going to floor it.
Give me an intelligence roll for driving.
Bin trailer.
Yes! 17.
you smash the car into first gear, second, third, and you start to bolt through the streets of Epsilon City. And Ice, you look out the bin and you can see that the two AD police are just jumping into their speed car and chasing after you. Yeah, the bin trails behind, waving all over the road, spilling trash into the road. Both of you roll initiative. First up is going to be Raymond Pompon. As Ice, you look over at him in the bin. He's sitting amongst the trash, just crying his eyes out. Then it's Nathan Breckett's turn, and you see him produce an MP5 submachine gunoid from his suit, and he starts to fire out the back of it, standing up, opening the bin lid wide, and he goes, "You'll never take me alive, copper!" And he starts to fire wildly.
Oh my god.
None of them actually managed to hit the police car, and he's like, "Don't worry, I've got infinite ammo." And you see him pull a magazine from his jacket and reload. Next up is going to be Ice.
Wicked. I'm going to try and look for some large kind of detritus from the bin and try and lob it to make almost like mines, like so the cars have to kind of have an object to get around.
So what happens is you grab a big large handful of trash. Give me a ranged attack roll.
10.
You hurl all sorts of trash cans, big chicken carcasses, all of this stuff into the road, and they easily swerve to avoid it as they're chasing you. Next up is going to be Steel. You're in the front seat of Nathan's expensive car, pelting across the streets.
I want to search this glove compartment on the hope that I find a new revolver. Wait.
You open the glove compartment and you do indeed see a gun, but this time it's an Omnivoid. The front of it looks like that of a minigun, but it's a handgun.
As I grab the Omnivoid out, I'm just going to try and do some evasive manoeuvres in the car.
Cool, give me an intelligence roll.
19.
You absolutely skid the car around the corner. The bin swings wildly out of control as you skid around the corner, and loads of trash is getting pelted out onto the streets. Nathan's standing up holding his MP5, and he has to hold on to brace himself as you swing round the corner. You're expertly getting away from the police. But next is going to be their turn. They skid round the corner too, but they're a fair bit far away. You see one of them stand up and out of the sunroof and aiming at your car with a sniper rifle. You see them hit a speed bump in the road, and as they fly over it, the cop shoots the bonnet of their own car by accident. Next turn is Raymond Pompom. He continues to cry in the back of the bin. And then it's going to be Nathan Breckett's turn. He once again fires with the machine gun, scoring a crit. He manages to do 14 damage. And you see that the guy who was standing up outside of the car, he now becomes a massively hole-ridden corpse whose upper half of his body is now flopping about on the car. And Nathan goes,
Bloody pigs! You take that! I pay my taxes!
and he fires wildly into the air once again. And next up is going to be Ice. You can see the one car still on your tail, but a police helicopter is circling above.
I'm going to pull my stapler out and fire some staplers off them.
Give me a luck roll.
13.
Yeah.
14.
Unfortunately, as you pelt the stapler out, firing it rapidly, all the staples do is just fall listlessly onto the road, and the car drives over them with little effort.
Oh, Drek, I thought that was going to go a bit better than it did.
Next up is going to be Mackenzie.
Oh yeah, so I've got run and gun, which means ranged attacks are made from a moving vehicle are upped by one die type.
Nice. Give me that attack roll then with your Omnivoid.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to aim for the helicopter. I've got 6.
Yeah, you just fire your gun into the air, putting your arm out the window. Now Nathan Breckett's firing on the back of the bin, which is attached to the car, while you fire into the air with the Omnivoid. It's absolute chaos. You can see people in the streets diving out of the way of your car. You're hitting into bins, boxes, all sorts of things. The police chasing after you.
Well, that didn't go to plan. Fuck.
Next up is going to be their turn. The policeman driving the car retaliates, sticking his own arm out of the car and tries to fire it at the bin. He scores a crit. Ice, you take 4 damage to the hand, and your stapler drops onto the road.
Right, we'll just order more stationery.
There's no stationery department anymore.
Fuck! Drive, Mackenzie, drive! To the stationery store!
So you guys continue to drive up the street, and then you reach a police blockade. Oh no. They've erected these massive concrete slabs rising up out of the pavement. About 8 police cars behind it, all of them aiming at you with machine guns, sniper rifles, pistols, all these sharpshooter AD police looking right at you. Mackenzie, you can see many lasers all pointing at your chest as you barrel towards the blockade. And you see that Nathan Breckett turns around, pulling out a grenade from his suit. He fumbles entirely. He drops it immediately into the bin and it disappears under some of the trash.
No!
And he's like,
No! We're fucked.
right, Ice, it's your turn.
I'm going to try and find the grenade in the bin.
Give me an intelligence roll.
Jeez.
please.
Yes, 19. I'm
Quickly plunge your hand into the trash and pull out the grenade.
going to try and absolutely launch it ahead of me as hard as I can. Hopefully with my drug boost it might help me a little bit. And I'm hoping to hit the blockade before we get to the blockade.
Alright, give me a ranged attack roll.
Come on. 17. Oh my god, 11 damage.
You hurl the grenade forward, it flies past Mackenzie's car and just lands right in front of the blockade, exploding loads of the concrete. You see the bodies of several policemen fly into the air and they scatter themselves over a large area. And some of the police cars affected by the blast also sort of skid round and you've got a clear path in front of you.
Put your foot down!
Next up is going to be Mackenzie, and Mackenzie, as you're racing forward, you can see the police helicopter is now descending, lowering, trying to get closer to you.
I'm going to keep my foot down
Yep.
and I'll see if I can take another shot at the helicopter. 17.
That hits, roll damage.
A 1.
You manage to ding a shot into the underside of the helicopter, but it doesn't appear to do much damage as you shoot its underbelly.
Oh, shit gun.
Next up is going to be the police's turn. You see the helicopter descend and it's now right next to you, sort of hovering, flying through the streets. You can see buildings' windows getting torn up as it flies alongside you. You see a policeman come to the doorway in the helicopter with a bazooka. Oh, no! and you can see he just says, "Stop, or I'll have to destroy you."
Okay.
Do you stop?
No, don't.
And as you continue to race forward, he blasts at the car with the bazooka. You see it flying towards you, and it's about to hit you in the face. And then suddenly your VR goggles are pulled off. And you can see Raymond Pompon in front of you, and he goes, "So, what did you think of my game?"
What? Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Both of you give me a will save.
Oh shit.
5.
2.
You guys permanently lose a point of intelligence and personality.
Oh, prick.
As you are emotionally damaged by the experience you've just had.
Oh man.
You can both see that there are puddles of piss in your chair where you guys have wet yourself. And Nathan, he is standing there cracking up. He's like, "You guys, I'm going to call you Dry Piss and Piss Mackenzie now." Oh, this is a good day. Well, what did you think? Yes, I'd like to hear some feedback. I do have some forms.
Oh, well. I'll tell you what, you had us in the first half, I'm not going to lie. Right, because... What was that?
How it works is it reacts to your own brain's actual brainwaves and thoughts. It plays on your fears to make a game experience more immersive than anyone has ever seen. And so you must have been thinking about something that made you piss yourself. What was it you saw in there?
So do you not see anything that we see then?
We will have a debug report that will show everything that you've seen.
Alright, I need to speak to my boss before you take that, but...
Feedback so far is positive. Why don't you grab yourself a cup of tea? And maybe with it out the forms.
Why, thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
I've never really played them games before, but realistic is an understatement, to be honest.
Oh, thank you very much. Right, I'll go and grab a tea. You talk amongst yourselves. And you see him sort of skulk off and towards the kitchen area.
Oh, Nathan.
Boss,
Yes?
you might want to...
We need that debug report. He can't say it. We're completely incriminated in it.
Well, what did you say?
You were firing an automatic weapon out of a bin.
Basically,
Sounds like me.
we admit all of the wrongs that we've done recently, every single one, and the police are after us.
And you told someone in a bar that if they don't shut up, we'll come kill them because you got us to go kill Gary Busey.
That sounds like me as well.
But oh, wait a second.
Right, so we're gonna have to shoot this guy.
No. How about we make him sign an NDC? That's what they called it, eh?
A non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, the agreement. Yeah.
Oh, what now?
Right, okay.
Non-disclosure.
Right, you draw one up.
Shit.
Look, no, we don't have any contract people here.
Where's the legal team?
Right,
I'll be the legal team.
Why don't you just hack into the bloody game and delete the shit?
That's a great idea. Where's his little box?
You can see in front of you that the briefcase is unfolded to make a massive computer thing. and it's what your headsets and suits were plugged into.
Amazing. Can I jack into that?
You get your cyber deck out,
Yep.
plug one half into your head and the other half into the computer box.
Wicked.
And you're in the metaverse site. You can see that this one is probably the most complicated metaverse intranet you've ever seen. It's like it's all manner of different programs floating around. A really complex architecture.
Whoa, this is beautiful. Look at all this programming.
Give me an intelligence roll to try and find the report of your play session.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, crit fail.
You are immediately jump shocked as security boots you out of the system. And you awake having taken 1 damage, and there's a horrible, horrible ringing sensation in your head like you've been electrocuted.
Oh, I've been done again.
And you see Pompon come back into the room. You're sitting there with your laptops covered in your piss-covered chairs, and he just goes, "Right, so let's do the feedback. What did you see in there?"
It was great. No need to witness it yourself.
We'll definitely buy the unit, won't we, boss?
Yeah.
In fact, we'll take that one.
we're gonna take several thousand.
Yeah, but we'll take this one.
And you can see Nathan reaching into the pocket of his jacket. We need to talk about what you saw in the debug report.
No, we don't.
Oh, it's goblins and, I got kicked in the nuts.
Goblins,
It was
and
really
then
horrible.
we were like flying somewhere and stuff, and it was really
Tutorial
cool.
came out.
And the dragon and stuff, and
Oh, well,
wizards.
that sounds very positive. Well, I'm going to pack up my unit now and head back to the bosses. And
I'll pack up your unit for you. How
You
about
enjoy your
that?
tea.
You relax.
give me a personality roll.
18.
Nice.
You see him go, "Oh, well, that's very kind, thank you very much." And he sort of sits there sipping his tea. You can see him in your peripheral vision just sitting there smiling.
I'm going to try and stealthily grab like a cord of some description and just go around his chest with it and tie him up. Try and tie him up. While
Yeah,
he's
you
sitting
just
there.
pick up a power cable
Yeah.
that's strewn about the floor, and you just go round to the back of him and try and tie him up. Give me an agility versus his agility.
11.
Right, what's going on here? He escapes your grasp like a slippery little sausage.
As I'm packing up, is there any way I can just try and fuck with the wires and shit?
Give me a tinkering roll.
Try to smash the unit up.
Yeah. 18.
With an 18, yeah, you very subtly just start yanking at wires, pulling stuff out, all of this kind of stuff. And and then you can see over the other side of the room that he's having an argument with Dry Ice. And he's like, wait a minute. Right, you just tried to tie me up. Now, what's going on here?
No, I didn't. I was just showing you this cord.
By wrapping it round my wrists. Come on, mate.
Just have a close look.
Right, you better stop or I'm calling the AD police.
With what?
I promise. I've got a mobile phone.
Oh, what?
Everyone has one.
I look at the boss.
We don't.
Yes, well, they don't earn enough money, honestly, Raymond. And you see that Raymond pulls out his phone and he goes, "Right,
No need to
I'm
do it.
3 button presses away from calling 512, the
Right,
police number, as everyone knows."
Your box is nice and tidied up for you. Here you go,
Why,
mate.
thanks. And you see him yank out, "Right, I don't know what's going on here or what you guys are about, but the marketing deal's off and I'm leaving."
Wait a minute, market deal's off. Why's that?
I'm going to shoot him with my stapler.
And then you go to reach for your stapler in your pocket and you start to fire at him with it, and Staple's just sort of hitting onto his chest, and he looks at you with a sort of semi-annoyed expression as he backs away towards the elevator.
Look, he still thinks he's in the game.
Sorry, I still think I'm in the game.
It's exactly what he did there.
You see Raymond Pompon reach the elevator,
Come on, someone do something!
Wait, look.
Right, somebody shoot him!
No, wait,
and then he starts pressing the button madly.
Right, I'm going to tase
Pop on.
him. Right, Jacket, I'm going to tase him.
Give me an attack roll to run up and tase him.
Fit 16.
You run up and you tase him in the face, and you see him go, and he falls onto the floor.
Phew. Oh, was anyone else going to do anything, or did you just want to try let me try and do it?
I'd like you two to go to the carpet shop and get me a carpet. I'm throwing this guy off a bridge.
Wait, we need to sign the contract, then we get the deal.
Oh, good point.
He's got a point.
You search his pockets and find the contract, at which point Nathan signs it and he's like,
Well done. We got the contract. The guy's dead.
He's not.
Well, he
he's
will be
still
soon when we throw him off a bridge.
Cool. Yeah, so we need to go to the carpet shop now then.
yes, please, go and get one.
Alright, see you later.
And you guys head down in the elevator with Raymond Pompon's lifeless, unconscious body next to you in the elevator, and you head towards the carpet shop. And that is where we'll leave it for today's adventure.
done a fake out on us.
Yeah.
Faked us out.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
That's why. At
mate.
one point, he says, "Don't worry, I've got in for the demo."
I just thought that was him being him.
Yeah, same.
And then it would run out and he'd be like, "Oh."
Yeah.
That was
So that was it. That was that episode.
That was fun.
That's fucking sick.
That was really fun.
Bit of a weird one again.
No, it was great because I was literally like, oh, this poorly rendered thing that's just caused chaos in there because it was so bad. And then, like, you know, you just, done
Yeah, it was just a ruse.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, all virtual reality.
I was like, we can't stop. We can't stop. Out of curiosity, what would happen if we had stopped?
Stopped what? Oh, you
By the
would.
police.
You probably would have got blasted and then woken up.
Woken up.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I,
I
bin was
thought we'd
great.
die. I thought we'd die in real
I
life.
wanted it to like go like spiral into complete chaos.
Oh, it
and
did.
luckily it did because you guys were trailing a bin, a wheelie bin through the city.
Shoving at the top, it just shooting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck me.
so good.
Right, well, anyway, that is it. Everyone that's listening, check out Cyber Sprawl Classics, role-playing game. The first 2 issues are free online. And we use the critical and fumble tables from the American Survival Guide.
Yeah.
Because those are pretty decent for this kind of thing. So check all of those things out if you want to. And if you want to contact us, go on to 3TRPG... Go on to 3TRPGpod@gmail.com. And we're on Twitter, MeWe, Facebook, all of that
All
social
them
stuff.
things, yeah.
And if you like this, give us a buck on Patreon. We use all of this stuff to pour back into the show and make it a better show for y'all.
Yes, we do.
Not only that, but if you do donate, you become a character in the game.
Such as Tom Fritchman, the estate agent, and of course Raymond Pompom.
Pom pom.
That guy has a good name.
Is that one of
Yeah.
I think it's Pon Pon, but he's a Patreon. So
Excellent. Thank
well
you
done,
very much.
guys.
Welcome aboard. No, thank you, mate. That was brilliant. You got me.
All right,
You got me.
So
good. Bye, everyone.
bye.